Okay, so now to figure out how zoning works, it's different for every county. So most properties are going to have a different process. And I usually just Google planning and zoning. And then I type in the name of the county. So in this case, the property is in Pottawatomie County, Oklahoma. And you don't want anything that says city unless the property is in a city. Okay, so here we go. So you'll see this one right here is for Pottawatomie County KS. That stands for Kansas, so we don't want that. It's missing Oklahoma. But we have this one here, the County Building Department. And this is what's a little bit tricky about figuring out the zoning for a property. Sometimes every county has a different department, and usually they're called planning and zoning, the building department, or the land use department. So those are kind of the three things that are used. And what these departments do is they basically make the rules for what you're allowed to build or do with a specific property. And they will set rules for different areas in the county that allow you to do different things in different areas. And so the goal here is to call up the county planning and zoning or building department and planning department permits. These are for Shawnee, which is a city. They're not for Pottawatomie, which is the county. So that doesn't have what I want. County code. So it might be this. Oh, except I think this is Pottawatomie County in Iowa. There are a lot of Pottawatomie counties, which I never realized. Okay, so now let's try, that didn't work. So let's try land use. We don't want lawyers. Okay, so there's no land use department. Building permits. Oh, this is not what I want. Oklahoma counties with no building codes. Zoning. So let's just try zoning. Okay, so I guess we'll just try calling the city clerk to see if they can direct us, or the county clerk, sorry. So we'll try calling the county clerk to see if they can direct us to the right department.
Court clerk's office, how can I help you?
Hi, I have a question. I'm looking to buy a property in the county, and I'm wondering who to call to figure out like the zoning or the planning, what's allowed on the property. You wouldn't happen to know that by any chance, would you?
It's not this office. We file lawsuits here, so you might want to contact the county clerk. Their number is 273-8222.
8222. Great. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye.
County clerk's office.
Hi, my name is David, and I'm looking to purchase a property in the county, and I want to make sure I get a copy of the zoning or the like planning codes for the property. Do you know who to talk to get a copy of that?
Is it in city limits?
It's not in. No, it's in Pottawatomie County, but it's not in city limits.
Where is it?
It's down. Do you know where like the Lexington wildlife area is? It's kind of down by that.
Okay. I'm not really sure, but let me transfer you out to the commissioners.
Okay.
Pottawatomie County, District 1.
Hi, my name is David, and I'm looking to buy a property in the county. It's in a rural area, and I just want to make sure I know what the zoning rules are or what I can and cannot do on the property.
Okay.
And I'm not sure, who has the planning and zoning rules or
Okay.
whatever for the county.
Do you have the legal description for the property?
Let's see. I have a number for it. It's like a really long number with some dashes, and I think I can pull up the legal description too. Give me just a second here. Sorry.
The assessor's office will be able to tell you how it's zoned. And then, depending on if it's in a subdivision, even if it's in, way out in the middle of nowhere,
Yeah.
occasionally you'll have some developers that will have, put a subdivision in or something. If there is no subdivision, then, you don't have anything to worry about as far as the covenants or restrictions or, homeowners association or anything like that.
Right.
And then the county doesn't require any permits ever to be pulled. Doesn't have any type of restrictions or whatnot. So,
okay.
As far as you don't have to pull permits for like building or anything like that.
Oh wow. Okay. I found the legal description. I don't know if that would help at all.
Sure.
It's Section 28, Township 7 North, Range 2 East, and it's the north half of the northwest quarter of the northeast quarter. It's 20 acres.
Okay.
And,
it's Section 28, Township 7, Range 2, north half of the northwest of the northeast?
Correct.
Okay. So there it's telling me that, let's see, what, do you know what area, I can't, is that South Pottawatomie County?
Yeah, it's south, west, in the county.
Is it in pink or anywhere like that?
No, the nearest kind of town to it is Tribby.
Okay.
It's a little bit south of Tribby. It's kind of in between Tribby and Etowah, but it's south of both of those.
Okay.
Kind of close to the 39.
Okay. Yeah, I think you would be good on that one. That's all that I really know is that as a county, as our district, even District 2 or 3, which it sounds like you're going to be in 2. But as far as the restrictions or needing anything like that, there is none.
Okay. And then you said the assessor would have like what the official zoning code was.
Absolutely.
Do you have the assessor's number?
But yeah, I'd gladly give you that. I'm going to move around here on the other side of my desk. I normally have a little thing in my ear, but I took it out earlier, and so now I feel like a fish out of water here. Hold on one second.
Sure.
Okay. So that, the assessor's office, their number is 275
Okay.
4740.
4740. Great.
4740, yes.
Perfect.
Okay, and then you might, get lucky and get to visit with, if you needed to speak with the clerk's office about, if you had any questions for them.
Cool. Well, thank you very much.
If there's anything else that we can do, just give us a call.
Will do. This was super helpful. I appreciate it.
You're very welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye. Okay, so now I'm going to call the assessor just to make sure I got that this information is correct. So the parcel is this one right here, 20 acres, and this is the section, township, and range of the parcel. And so I know that this parcel is it, and it says type agri, which is agricultural, and use vacant. So I just want to see what information I can get from the assessor as to how that is, how that can be used, and if they have a copy of any rules that they can email to me. So I'm calling the assessor now.
County Assessor's Office.
Hi, my name is David, and I'm looking to purchase a property, and I wanted to just check on its like zoning status, I guess, what it's zoned as, and to make sure there were no rules preventing certain types of use, or just to
Do you
understand.
have an address?
It doesn't have an address. It's a rural property. It's 20 acres. I have a parcel number
Okay.
and I have a
What's that?
legal description. Okay, it's kind of long. So it starts out with 4 zeros, and then there's a dash, and then 28 dash 007 dash 002 dash 0 dash 0 10 dash 00.
Okay. Under Billy Newton.
Yep.
It is considered rural ag. And I mean, I can't tell you if there's any kind of rule of what you can or cannot have out there. It's in, and not in the city limits.
Uh-huh.
So unless there's something in the abstract saying that you can't have this or you can't have that, you know, but all I can tell you is that it's rural ag.
Okay. And is there anywhere I can go
It's
just
not in the city limits.
to get like a code of what exactly that means? Like, are there setback rules or
You know, unless there's something in a deed somewhere that says it or the abstract,
it's probably just
that would be the only place I would know of.
okay.
Okay?
Great. Well, sounds like it's pretty open for any kind of basic use.
Yeah, I mean, like building out there, you don't have to have permits since it's not in the city limits.
Okay. Well, that's really
Okay.
simple. Thank you. I
All
appreciate
right.
it. All right. Take
Bye.
care. Bye. Okay. So what we want to get at with zoning is what is not allowed on the property. So based on the calls that we just had, we know that, so according to calls with the county, there are no required building permits, and the property is zoned as agricultural vacant. Let's say according to the county. Well, so no building permits per the county. No building permits are required in the property zone. All right, so that's it. I mean, it sounds like this property basically has almost no rules in some places, in some counties. After calling around, you'll get, it sounds like this county doesn't even have a planning and zoning department or a building use department or a permitting department. And instead, the cities do that. And because this property is not located in a city, there's no one that sets rules for what can be done on the property. In counties where they do have rules, they'll often be able to send you a PDF or a link to a website that will have all of the rules for the property. And we want to make sure we collect those PDFs and those links, and that if it's a link, we put it here in the zoning section so that people can click on it and go see what is allowed on the property. And you want to put the type of zoning that the property is in. So, let's say if in this county agricultural zoning had a certain code of rules to it, they could click, they would see that it was zoned as agricultural because you would write that here. They could click on the link and that would take them to the county zoning page so they could see what the rules were for an agricultural property. Or if it's a situation where there's PDF, then we would just want to save that PDF in the upload section. So right here, where we have uploads, we'd save the PDF in there. You know, we would share it with folks if they asked about it. So we could just say here, you know, zoning agricultural, information available upon request, or further information available upon request. And so with that, this is long, but that's how the zoning stuff gets done. And it requires calling around and doing some Google searching to find the zoning department. Usually the best thing to do, as you saw in this example, is just to find someone at the county and then just start calling and asking who might know about zoning requirements for properties. Anyway, I hope that's helpful, and good luck figuring out the zoning for future properties.